One random day I get a Twitter DM and oh shit, it's my dream client. I then found myself in a trial competing with other editors who had cooler editing than me. But I knew that they were sure able to make cool visuals, but they knew nothing about psychology, sales, and communication. So I know by just positioning myself correctly, I would be able to beat them in the trial. The trial was supposed to take 3 days, but only 12 hours from receiving the footage, I already beat all of the other editors, and the client told me, "You've blown all of the editors out of the water." So this video is about everything besides your actual editing to allow you to charge higher prices. And by the end of this video, you will be able to turn clients who were planning to pay you only $500, for example, to pay you $2,000 instead, without changing your actual editing. And the first thing that I did is reply to him within 30 minutes of him DMing me. Now, this may sound obvious. Yeah, if you respond faster, you will respond faster and have a higher chance of closing. But let me put some actual numbers to this. There was an experiment run across a lot of companies, and they have found that when someone signs up for a call, if they call him 5 minutes within him signing up, he has a 400% increase of him closing. And when they ran the same experiment but called him after 5 minutes of him booking, the tactic was 80% less effective. Now, checking your Twitter DMs every 5 minutes sounds a bit unrealistic, especially that now there's a lot of bots that DM you on Twitter. But nonetheless, reducing your response time from 5 hours to 30 minutes will make a huge difference in how many clients you're able to close and how much you can charge on them. And there's 2 reasons for that. First is that the clients want an editor who's reliable and prompt. Prompt as in, if they have a deadline for a sponsor, they can call him randomly, he will respond, and in 12 hours he will edit the video. Because having a YouTube channel is a business, and it's a risky one. If they delay a video by 1 day, the contract with the sponsor becomes invalid. So whenever you do this, you're gonna find out that YouTubers actually thank you. They're like, "Wow, thank you for responding very quickly," and then they continue the conversation. It shows them that you're professional, prompt, and reliable, which are all things that are super important for a YouTuber outside of your editing. You might have the coolest editing in the world, but if you're gonna deliver the video 2 weeks late, then the YouTuber, respectfully, doesn't give a fuck. So that's the first reason. If you just respond quicker, you're gonna be able to charge more and have a higher chance of closing clients. The second is also you responded to them when they're the hottest. I'm talking about how much they want an editor right now. If we take a gym for example, when someone wants to sign up and comes to the receptionist and asks questions, the sales guy's job is to make him close on spot. Because if he talks to him and he's like, "Okay, I think I'm gonna come back in 2 days," he will never come back. Right now, when he wants to sign up to the gym, he's the hottest. He is the most insecure about his body. He is the most motivated to start. He took the steps of going on his car, driving, and going to the gym and talking to the receptionist because he wants to make a change right now. 2 days later, he forgot about everything about that. And if you even call him and say "Yo, do you still want to sign up to the gym?" He's gonna be maybe next week, I'm kinda busy right now. He forgot about all of his motivation. In the same way, when a client messages you, that basically means that he likes your editing. You want to respond to him and close him, ideally same day, because the more you delay the process, the more you delay responding to him, the less committed he is and the more he forgets about you. So these 2 reasons, showing that you're reliable and responding to the client when he's the hottest, make it super worth it to check your Twitter at least 1 time an hour. And let me tell you how to do this because you still want to work, you don't want to be distracted, you don't want to scroll social media every 5 minutes. And when I check Twitter, I'm not breaking my flow state, I'm not breaking my video editing session just to check Twitter, but I have made it in a very special way. I always have Twitter open and I always keep all of my notifications cleared. And I basically don't allow anyone to message me there besides if they were an actual client. That way the only notifications that I get are actual clients. So most of the day, the Twitter icon is empty and a couple of times a day it becomes red. And I know that I have a new message, so I check it. Also to make sure that I don't scroll on randomly, I have installed an extension called Undistracted, where I basically remove the home feed and everything that I can scroll on in Twitter. That way it's basically an inbox that gives me a notification. Every time a client DMs me and I check YouTube to search up a green screen or whatever, I will be able to see it and respond to the client. There are going to be some false alarms, there are going to be bots messaging you. Your broke homeboy might just send you a meme for no reason. In 2025 especially, the unemployment rates have been going up in a scary rate. So after I responded to him in 30 minutes, he has added me on Discord and we went on a call. And I'm gonna cover the techniques I used to make him like me and trust me more later on in the video. But right now, let me talk about the style of the videos that he wanted, because it's the biggest mistake that the other editors who had cooler editing made. In my community, video editing itself, I have found something very interesting. I do weekly editing reviews through the editors that I coach, sending me their edits, and recently, I have seen so many people over editing their videos instead of under editing. And most editors don't even notice something such as over editing. They just think oh, the visuals look cool. that means that I will make more money. But they're basically getting tunnel vision. They're too much in the editing community. You see too many edits, you see like cool animations, you see 3D models, you see all of this shit and try to replicate it. But I always tell them and always remind them, the point of being a video editor is not to make the coolest visuals, it's to make visuals that help the YouTuber. Because again, YouTube is a business. And spending 1 month making a 3D scene for an animation that is 10 minutes into the video is quite frankly dumb when you can make an animation that is way simpler, for example, just text, and explains the topic better and it looks cleaner. The editors I was competing with were trying to force complex editing. And yeah, complex editing has its places. It can look super cool when done right. But if you're trying to force it, then it's a big red flag for YouTubers. YouTubers are not as chronically online in the editing space as you are, so they're not gonna be like, oh, like such super cool lighting. How did you make that 3D effect? Oh my god, such a cool camera movement trajectory, whatever. What they care about is retention. That's all they know. And yeah, when you make the fundamentals of making a clean animation, you can build on top of it and make it look cooler and cooler. That's still something that a lot of YouTubers do. For example, Iman Gadji. He has a lot of animations that are way over the top, but they look cool and they look professional. That increases retention because the video looks like it's well made. But for most videos and most animations, your goal is to make them clean, not fancy. I'm gonna show an example in the finance niche from an editor that I coach, Kel, and he has done a great job from over editing to clean editing. That's what his old previews used to look like, where indeed they were cool and they had cool animations, but nonetheless he was struggling to get clients. And when he switched to the finance niche and made these clean animations, I have went on a one-to-one call with him and walked him through exactly what to do. He'd aimed me literally before like recording this, showing me that he landed a $1,000 client, and it's been only a week since he joined the community. Of course, I'm not taking credit for his hard work. I'm just showing you the importance of using clean animations instead of complex ones. So after downloading the footage, I made sure I made a conscious decision, because I watched his other videos and I knew his style of editing, to make all of the animations in that video clean instead of fancy. Meanwhile, the other editor didn't understand that YouTube was a business, so he tried to make his usual over-edited fancy animations, and the YouTuber basically did not like it. So going back to what happened, I have downloaded the trial and I have told him, okay, so yeah, I've been awake for 12 hours, I'm probably gonna go to sleep and edit it in the morning. Does that sound good? And he said like, yeah, we have like a 3-day deadline, so take your time. Which is kind of a chat, by the way. It's like your girlfriend saying like, oh no, I do not want flowers. She wants flowers, but she wants you to do it. In the same way, he said 3 days, but I wanted to show him my work ethic without him asking, without even telling him that I'm gonna do so. I told him that I'm gonna sleep and do it tomorrow. But here's what I actually did right after closing the call with him. I grabbed a white monster, I checked it in 5 seconds, and I stayed awake for another 12 hours. And I had the trial ready and done in the style that he wanted, with no rushing, so the animations were made perfectly by the time that he woke up. So now imagine this, the client literally like talked to me and talked to another editor, and he went to sleep. I don't want to keep hating on this other editor, but it showed such a difference in competence. When he woke up, I literally told him, good morning, here's the trial. He basically said like, holy shit boy, you didn't sleep. And I told him, editing comes before sleep. The amount of work ethic that I showed him and reliability, this is the type of shit that actually allows you to make $10,000 per month. It's doing all of these little tactics and all of these show-offs of competence. Because even if you're competent, even if you would do an all-nighter for him, or if he doesn't know it, then like you're not gonna be able to charge him the process. You have to do it upfront, and you have to do it while over-delivering. So if I told him that, okay, I'm gonna stay awake, and then I stayed awake, it's not over-delivering, I just met his expectations. But I told him that I'm gonna do it in the morning, and I did it like without sleeping. Meanwhile, going to the other editor, he has told me after, when he told me like, you have blown the other editors out of the water, he told me exactly that this editor took more than 3 days to finish the trial. And then at the end, he didn't have it fully completed. Some animations, which we're gonna go through, like he didn't know how to do. If we're gonna take away only one thing out of this whole video, it's gonna be this. He said, I don't want an editor that I have to manage. I want someone to send the footage to and forget about it, so I can actually focus on recording. It's all of the small like golden nuggets that I picked up over my time of editing, and I'm trying to push all of them, like compress all of them and send it to you and to the people that I coach inside of my community. The editor that I was competing with was basically asking him like, is it okay if I skip this animation? I don't know how to actually do it. Like, this animation is kind of hard, can we do this instead? And he was DMing him multiple times a day for the 4 days before like missing the deadline. Meanwhile, I have made a conscious decision that when he slept, I didn't send him any message until that he woke up, and I sent him the trial. Again, when you hire a home cleaner, for example, you don't want to do the cleaning for him. You don't want to be there, like have to be there. And he's like, yeah, sorry, should I clean this? How do I clean it? Like, I cannot reach. Do you have a ladder? and you have to manage him like every second of him being in your house. That way, you're basically the one cleaning. The biggest and like the most premium homemade cleaning services do, they let you take a key of their home so you don't have to, like the millionaire doesn't have to get up and open for them. They just send them a message that they're coming in home and they just start cleaning it. But they start cleaning it on a fixed schedule every week without asking any questions, without annoying the guy. And that's why the millionaires, the rich guys, pay way more for these services compared to a low-end cleaning service where the employees there are not trained. They don't actually know what they're doing and you have to stay there with them. People pay for ease of mind, and especially YouTubers, the main reason, like honestly the only reason that they hire editors is ease of mind. They want you to edit while they record. And they're willing to pay way more. Again, in the promise of this video, by the end of this video, you're gonna be able to take a client who planned to pay you $500 and make him glad that he paid you $2,000 instead. You do that by showing him how much time you can save him. You can show him like updates, sure, because updates don't require him to respond. He's like, oh, cool. And that's it. It doesn't require like brain power from him. So it's like in our analogy, like a cleaner saying like, okay, I have cleaned the kitchen, I have cleaned the bedroom, I have finished. Okay, I'm leaving, see ya. That doesn't require any work. Like, okay, thank you. That's it. You can update him, but never ask a YouTuber questions. Like first of all, ask ChatGPT, and then second, ask Google, and then third, ask editors, and then fourth, wait like 1 hour and then ask yourself, and then fifth, say the question out loud, and you're probably gonna know the answer by then. And only if all of this fail, you're able to message the client and ask him, because now you really need him. But most times, you message a client for something that you could have figured out on your own, and you don't realize how much money it's costing you. So, when the client reached out to me, I have responded to him quickly within 30 minutes. I've went on a call with him and I set expectations below what I intended to do so I can over-deliver. I've done a style that he wants that is clean, not complex, by asking him, like by actually caring and saying like, yo, what style do you want these videos edited in? And I did it all within 12 hours by staying an all-nighter to show him my work ethic, and I asked him no questions while doing it. And overall themes that you might have noticed across this entire video is that I wanted to show him competence. Because right now my editing is the same. Like I'm basically selling the same thing. What I'm trying to show him, so he's willing to pay me more, is that I can do it easier, faster, and with less effort from him. And YouTubers are willing to pay more for these things. If you want me to go on a one-to-one call with you where I break down your editing, your portfolio, your outreach, your current client situation, and tell you exactly the steps to improve every one of them to make more money as a video editor, and also have access to the 3 masterclass systems of video editing, outreach, and client upselling. By the time of recording this video, there's 16 spots left. So you can click the link in the description, join Video Editing SF, and grab these 16 out of 50 spots before they run out. So click the link in the description to grab your one-to-one call, and good luck.